thinking lately about the importance of celebrating your accomplishments, because I know, at least with me, and you might be the same way, you have these big dreams and goals, and as soon as you reach one of them, you're like, okay, on to the next thing. Cool, great. I know I thought that was awesome at the time, but really it's not that important for these reasons, and I gotta do the next thing now. And the more I think about that, I think it's actually pretty sad and unfortunate that I can't spend more time dwelling on those things, because these huge accomplishments gave me so much joy in the moment, and then looking back, I don't feel anything about them, and that's so sad. I feel like, if anything, that's an indication of how I will feel the same way when I reach future bigger goals. So I think this week is about learning how to feel positive about how far you've come. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Katie Steckly, and here on my channel, I love to talk about travel, filmmaking, and my life as a freelance videographer. I upload these vlogs every Sunday, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the future. It's Monday afternoon, so it is video filming time, and I've got a setup for shooting a tutorial about Adobe Rush. So let's see if I can figure out a background. Happy Tuesday. It is gonna be a busy one when it comes to tasks for the Bossy Woman podcast. Today, me and Katie are getting together and we have a meeting in Uptown around noon with a sponsor for our event, choosing some food that's going to be served. And then later this afternoon, we have another sponsor meeting with Megan from Gemini Modeling, who is very graciously letting us use her space for the event. So we're going to go and run over some details with her. It's super exciting. The event is coming up really quickly, and we actually sold out of our first round of tickets, which is amazing. Anyway, I'm going to head out and go meet Katie in Uptown. So Katie and I met in Uptown to go talk with our sponsors for the event, including Hustle and Flow, which is a local boutique fitness center that does boxing, cycling, and yoga. Courtney is the owner there, and she's super cool. She gave us a bit of a tour because Katie hadn't been in the space since it was all newly renovated and finished off. And after that, we headed over to the Craft Chippery, which is another local business that makes delicious potato chips. They are providing some for our event, which is super cool. After that, I headed home on the bus. Later that afternoon, we went to Gemini Models to meet with Megan, who is helping us host the event. So Katie and I are here at the Gemini Modeling Agency space. It is so beautiful.
Oh, we love it.
And Megan has been super useful getting our shit together on this event.
Yeah,
so
we are like the dream team, the three of us. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Check out the space. Hello and welcome to Thursday. I have been sitting here working for most of the day. I've been replying to a bunch of emails and then also sorting out logistics for our Bossy Woman event that is coming up. It's just over a week away now, which is super exciting. I've had some sponsors dropping off items for the gift bags, and it's really starting to feel exciting. It's coming together. I know earlier this week I mentioned that this vlog is going to be about remembering to celebrate your accomplishments and try to keep those in mind when you're tackling bigger and better goals. And I think that this is an event and a moment in time that it's important to celebrate and remember, because it's been such a great success. Everybody is really excited about this event, and we sold out the tickets so quickly. So I want to document this to keep it in mind for the future and remember it when I go on to tackle the next project. Also, if you noticed, I got my eyebrows done this afternoon, which I think they look great. For the rest of the day though, I'm just gonna keep working. I have to write my weekly newsletter and then head into Bible study this evening. Good morning, it's Friday. We're on our way now to the travel clinic to get some vaccines before we go to Ecuador later, the end of February. Dan and I are both gonna be going on a trip to Ecuador at the end of February into early March, and so you need to get some shots for that because we don't wanna get typhoid or whatever. We're headed there now, and then after that, it's gonna be a full day of stuff with KDB, so I will catch up with you then. Katie and I were asked to be in a photo shoot for a local boutique store called The Girl Floral. I'm all done up now, which is so fun. I hardly ever wear this much makeup, but it looks good. It's good. Love these earrings from The Girl Floral and this dress from Bridesmaids. So soon I'm gonna go get my picture taken. This is my Amazon order.
This is Emily.
On the way here, I finally stopped by the post office to pick up my new DJI Ronin S, which I am so excited for. Are we excited for it, Emily?
Totally.
It's gonna really up the quality of my videos, so I'm excited to try it out. Like, I'll probably wake up early tomorrow like it's Christmas just to try out my new stabilizer. So anyway, the gang's all here for Krabby Joe's. To the mall. I'm gonna meet up with a guy from Kijiji because I'm gonna buy a Canon 10 to 18 millimeter lens off of him, and it's good. So we just got home from the mall where we were just meeting a guy at Starbucks for a Kijiji transaction. It is snowing like crazy today, and it's apparently just supposed to keep on snowing, so the lens that I got is the Canon 10 to 18 millimeter, which I'm super excited about because I don't have a lens that is this wide angle. I feel like that's kind of what I was missing in my kit because I currently have Sigma 17 to 50 f2.8, which is great because it has such a low f-stop. The unfortunate thing about this lens is that the lowest aperture can go to is 4.5. And then I have a couple primes. I have the 24 and the 50. Which are nice, but on a crop sensor, very zoomed in. So it's nice to have that wide angle when you're in small spaces and trying to shoot small rooms. The other very exciting thing that I think I talked about earlier is that I ordered DJI Ronin S, and I'm gonna film my unboxing for that now. So I'll make a whole separate video about that, so stay tuned. Eventually I'll link it up here when it's posted. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is the concept of celebrating your past accomplishments, especially when you're in a mindset of feeling less than or feeling like you have a long way to go to reach your goals. There's so many things that I dreamed about in the past that I have achieved or accomplished in the past few years, but looking back on it, it amazes me just how easy it is to forget about those goals and take those accomplishments for granted, or like they aren't even that big of a deal, or that they don't matter that much because I'm already so focused on accomplishing the next big thing. A story that I think is funny to look back on is when I was just starting out on YouTube as like a preteen, young teenager. The biggest thing that I thought I could ever aspire to was the goal of owning both a vlogging camera and a DSLR for like sit down videos, as they say. A lot of the YouTubers that I followed at the time had that kind of gear set up, and they literally had like the crappiest little like Canon Power Shot or whatever as their vlogging camera. But I just thought it was like next level accomplishment to have the kind of money to own 2 cameras, because at that point I had this like little pink Kodak camera that I shot all of my videos on. And I was like, imagine saving up to buy a DSLR, but then also having a good vlogging camera. And the years went on and that goal persisted, and eventually I got to a point in my finances and in my commitment to making videos that I owned both a vlogging camera and a DSLR. Now, after years of owning 2 cameras for both my video production business and just my hobby of making YouTube videos, I've totally forgotten about the magic of that goal and the completion of that goal, and it just seems obvious to me that I would own 2 cameras. So as small and silly as that goal sounds, I think it's important to look back on that and say, I accomplished that. Like 13-year-old Katie would be thrilled if she knew that I had 2 cameras that I could use for making videos. Like, how cool is that? Even in the context of some of my more recent goals, in the end of 2018, I got my first ever sponsored video, and I also secured a contract for my first ever travel freelance video project. Those are huge goals of mine that I was really looking forward to, and even just weeks later, it already seems like I've sort of taken that for granted and say, yeah, like, that's cool, but it's not that cool. Like, there's more that I can do. I could always get a bigger and better project, or like get more sponsored videos or whatever. And it's like, that was only like a month ago, and I've already taken for granted this huge goal that I accomplished. And that's so sad, because I think that it's so easy to get down on ourselves and feel like we're not getting where we want to be. But I think part of that is because we so quickly forget how far we already have come. So I guess my message for this week is just, in those moments where you feel like you aren't succeeding, you aren't moving the needle on your project as fast as you wish you could, just look back on those small goals that you had in the past and just absorb the feeling of knowing that you have accomplished them. And I think that will give us all motivation to know that our future goals will also be accomplished. It just takes so much time and patience and drive and determination to continue working on it, even when it feels like it's never gonna happen. Because the truth is, if you stop working on it, then it will never happen. If you continue to work towards your dreams, that's the only way that you can ensure that they will come true. It all just takes time. This is my like weekly realization that patience is important. I know everybody's on a journey, and mine is towards greater patience and compassion for myself. So I hope you learned something new this week too. It was a really cool week full with lots of fun experiences and just very busy. So there's gonna be a lot of footage for me to go through when I edit this. If you want to see what happened in my life last week, then you can check out this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of my future videos. I make videos all about filmmaking and travel and my life as a freelance videographer, and they come out every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. As always, I hope you're having adventures and following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!